doesn't love a good mocktail? But most are packed with sugar, causing your blood sugar to spike. But not anymore. Stay tuned because I'm revealing my favorite low-carb mocktail recipes that are perfect for vacation, holidays, or whenever you want a refreshing and delicious drink without spiking your blood sugar. Hey, Erin here with Healthy Mom, Happy Family. And as a registered dietitian and a certified diabetes educator, many of my clients ask me about mocktails and if they can make a mocktail without raising their blood sugar. And the truth is, not all mocktails are better for you. Some have more added sugar than a soda, but there are plenty of nutritious low-carb mocktails that are delicious and you can enjoy without worrying about the impact on blood sugar. So I'm going to share with you my favorite low-carb mocktail recipes that are all dietitian approved. Now, before we dive in, I just want to remind you that if you are looking for tips and tricks and recipes on managing type 2 diabetes and keeping your blood sugar in check, then make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you never miss a new video. All right, let's get started. All right, so mocktails are alcohol-free, but that doesn't always mean that they are healthy. Drinking a sugar-packed beverage can be incredibly damaging to your health. But thankfully, there are low-carb mocktail recipes out there. So I have worked really hard to round up my favorite low-carb mocktail recipes that are delicious, they're diabetes-friendly, and they're just as fun and flavorful and satisfying as cocktails without the negative health consequences. All right, so let's look at how to make them without sacrificing the flavor or your blood sugar. So before we go into the recipes, let's first talk about if mocktails are actually good for diabetes. So the thing about mocktails is there are some that are really high in sugar, and there are really easy ways to make low sugar, delicious versions of mocktail recipes. Now, one of the best ways to do this is take your favorite mocktail recipe and think about what can I change to cut the sugar. A lot of ways you can do this is with natural flavor enhancers, low-calorie mixers, and sugar substitutes like stevia and monk fruit. So I want to show you how to make a low-carb, non-alcoholic mocktail that is delicious and has all the ingredients that you've been looking for flavor. All right, so when it comes to making a low-carb mocktail, there's a couple simple ingredients that are really good to have on hand because they're not going to impact your blood sugar, but they make for a really delicious drink. So diabetes-friendly mixers like seltzer, sparkling water, club soda, I love these as bases for low-carb mocktails because they have lower sugar content. They really have no sugar, no calories. So they don't have any kind of artificial flavoring either. So instead of using like a diet soda or even a juice, which can have more of the natural sugar in it, this makes a great base for a really nice, flavorful mocktail that you can add additional flavorings into. Now, when it comes to flavorings without any sugar, any artificial ingredients, think about herbs like mint, basil, rosemary. These can add a lot of flavor and antioxidants to your beverage. There's no sugar in them, and you just kind of muddle the herbs at the bottom of your glass and let them infuse for a little bit, and that adds a lot of flavor. Now, most mocktails, if you're like me, I enjoy a sweet mocktail, and there's a lot of blood sugar-friendly sweeteners. Now, I have made videos on all of these sweeteners if you want to get more in depth with them, but things like stevia, monk fruit, erythritol, these can sweeten a drink without spiking your blood sugar. Another one I really like to put into drinks is allulose. It dissolves really easily, has almost the same level of sweetness as sugar, so another way to sweeten without the blood sugar impact. Now, for more natural sweetness and a lot of flavor, look to using lower carb fruits to flavor. One of my favorite ways is with berries, like blueberries, raspberries, blackberries, strawberries, even cucumber. You can add these into a drink and really get a lot of flavor, especially if you want to muddle some berries at the bottom. It gives a really nice flavor. Citrus fruits are also great. A squeeze of lemon or lime or a little splash of orange juice gives that tang, gives the antioxidants, but very minimal carbohydrates. And then you can consider flavor extracts too. So depending on the drink, almond, vanilla, coconut extracts, it gives a lot of depth of flavor with really few calories added. Okay, so that's kind of my laundry list of pantry items to keep on hand if you want to make your own mocktail. But now let's look at my roundup of the best low-carb mocktail recipes. Many of these you might want to try, or they might give you inspiration to make your own. I will link to each recipe below so you can go check them out, you can print them, try them out for yourself, and let me know in the comments which is your favorite. So first we're going to start with the Healthy Strawberry Mocktail Spritzer. Now I love this mocktail because the strawberry color, it's just gorgeous. It's really nice if you're having company over and you want something simple, delicious, non-alcoholic, lower in sugar. It's really great for summer. So you have a bit of the strawberry puree, lime, basil. It's like the ultimate summer mocktail. I could see you sipping this at the pool and you don't have to worry about your blood sugar, and it's hydrating as well. This mocktail per serving only has 52 calories, 12 grams of carb, and 1 gram of fiber. So it is all natural, very little added sugar. It's just coming from the fruits, and delicious and easy to make. Now, Blueberry Lavender Iced Tea Mocktail is another really fun, especially for summertime mocktail. It's light, it's refreshing, and it has a lot of flavor without the added sugar. Now, I think this one is really great, especially if you struggle to stay hydrated in the hot weather. It's a really fun, delicious, and it's really pretty looking drink that can encourage you to drink more. So with this, you're adding sparkling water, lemon and lime, so just a little splash of flavor, but there's only 6 calories, which are coming from the blueberries. So it's a great choice if you want an almost 0-calorie mocktail that has all the flavor and the fun of like a traditional cocktail drink. Now this Lemon Berry Barbie Spritz Mocktail is so fun for hot summer days. There's only 4 ingredients, there's no added sugar, you're adding fresh blueberries, so you're getting flavor, plus you're getting antioxidants, which is always beneficial for health and for blood sugar, and then it has a hint of mint, so it has that little bit of a refreshing cooling element. Now this Pineapple Cortisol Mocktail is a really sweet drink. You have pineapple, so it is a sweet fruit, but it's also giving a little bit of fiber to the drink too, and it's blending it with coconut water, which is great for hydration. It has natural electrolytes, a little splash of lime for some flavor, and you're using monk fruit as a sweetener, so it tastes almost like a margarita without the added sugar. Now, if you're looking for a simple syrup that you want to use in other mocktail recipes, the Stevia Simple Syrup is a great way to add the flavor without all the carbs. It only has 2 ingredients, it takes less than 5 minutes to make, and you're just using granulated stevia and water. So it's a really great way to make a calorie-free, sugar-free sweetener for all of your different mocktails or cocktails throughout the summer, and you don't have to worry about the impact on blood sugar from the simple syrup itself. Now, if you love a refreshing mocktail, this Cucumber Mint Mocktail is a great choice. It has the vegetable, it has a really nice floral taste to it, non-alcoholic, so you can enjoy it any time of day, and it's so easy to make, and it only has 64 calories per serving and 8 grams of carbohydrate. So minimal impact on blood sugar if you stick with 1 serving, and it's actually a good way to get a little bit more nutrition into your diet as well. All right, so this sour green apple and lime mocktail recipe is such a fun recipe, especially if you like more of that tangy, sour taste like I do. You're combining apple and lime, and it's a really refreshing, low sugar mocktail. You can make it any time of year. And what's nice is that apples are giving it more antioxidants too and some fiber. So that's beneficial if you have diabetes or if you're managing your blood sugar. There's only 3 grams of net carb per serving. So it's a really fun drink if you want that little bit of a tang, little sour drink without having to worry about your blood sugar going up. So what's the bottom line on low carb mocktails with diabetes? Well, you don't have to avoid them. They are not off limits, but you do have to watch what goes into them. Not all mocktails are created equal, but there are many ways that you can make a low carb mocktail that is diabetes friendly with little to no added sugar that not just tastes great, but is also refreshing, can offer health benefits, and can be hydrating. So these recipes, which I absolutely love, I will link to each below so you can go and check them out. You can try them, you can print them. And if you enjoy them, I would love to hear from you which is your favorite in the comments below. And if you have your own low carb mocktail recipe that you enjoy, let me know in the comments too. I'd love to check it out and try it. And if you found this video helpful, make sure to like and subscribe so you never miss any new videos, tips, or tricks. Thanks so much for being here.